Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Today's video is Winter Anime 2019. I'm going to be going through the few anime that I have hand selected that sound interesting and that I am going to be watching this season. Most of these have already started and the first episodes are out, or they're going to be starting within the next few days of me filming this, but by the time this goes up they probably will have already have started. Let's be real. First up is The Rising of the Shield Hero. A fictional kingdom basically summons these four legendary figures, and modern day Japan answers that call, and our four unwitting heroes are hooked out of modern day Japan and sent into this fantasy world. Our main character Iwatani is an otaku. He is given the title of Shield Hero, but he is labelled as the weakest due to his lack of defence ability and his apparent inexperience. When all of the heroes part ways to start their journeys, he only has one willing companion, and that is the princess of this kingdom, but she basically betrays him, steals all of his money, and accuses him of taking advantage of her, meaning he then gets branded as a criminal and is basically an outcast of society. He now has a heart full of hate and he sets out vowing vengeance on those who have wronged him. I've been looking at the manga for this and debating whether or not to read it for a while. I can't decide if it's quite my cup of tea. I'm also kind of slightly getting over the whole reborn in another world thing, but this one did strike my interest because of the whole vowing vengeance, heart full of hate thing. So I figure I'll give the anime version a chance, and if I love the anime I'll probably end up picking up the manga later. Plus right now I don't have time for any new manga series. The Promised Neverland. The orphans of Gracefield House are loving life. They're one big happy family. They're all cared for and they are all adopted by the age of 12. Sure, they might have a few rigorous tests, but afterwards they can play outside freely. They just have one rule to obey: do not leave the orphanage. One day Emma and Norman, the two top scoring orphans, do the thing that they shouldn't do. They venture past the gate and unearth the horrifying reality of their existence, that being that they're all livestock. That orphanage is a farm that cultivates food for a mysterious race of demons, and they only have a few months left to pull off an escape plan and change their fate. I mean, it sounds creepy and dark, which is kind of at odds with the kinda cute art that I've seen so far, but it does sound really intriguing and I'm kind of in the mood for something a little bit dark. Plus Overworld are doing the opening for it and they did a banging one for Blue Exorcist, so I am so ready for this one. Boogie Pop Never Laughs. There is an urban legend telling of a Shinigami that can release people from the pain that they are suffering. This angel of death is known as Boogie Pop, and the legends are true. Boogie Pop is real. Basically, a rash of disappearances involving female students breaks out at Shinyo Academy, and the police and faculty assume that they're dealing with a bunch of runaways. They assume wrong, and some students definitely know better. Is it Boogie Pop, or is it something even more sinister? I don't usually do horror anime. I haven't really watched a lot of them, but this one has definitely piqued my interest. I'm intrigued by the art. I'm intrigued by the fact that it sounds creepy as, but the bad guy is called Boogie Pop, which isn't a very serious sounding name. And I'm quite feeling creepy anime right now, which is odd because it's not Halloween. Kamisama Love is War. Miyuki leads the student council as its president at Shuchin Academy, which is super prestigious. Miyuki has the highest grades in the country and is basically considered a genius. Miyuki's vice president is Kaguya. Kaguya is beautiful and wealthy, and the two of them are basically considered as a perfect couple by the rest of the student body. They're not in any kind of relationship whatsoever, but after spending so much time together they have started to develop feelings for each other. However, neither of them is willing to confess their feelings because it would be a sign of weakness. Their pride as elite students is on the line and they embark on a quest to do whatever is necessary to get a confession out of each other. Much like Shield Hero, I have been eyeing the manga for this one for a while. It sounds like it's going to be a laugh, but I figure I will check out the anime first before I dive into yet another manga series. Derro. A samurai lord barters away the organs of his newborn son to 48 different demons in order to gain dominance on the battlefield. The abandoned baby survives thanks to the courtesy of a medicine man who hooks him up with some prosthetics. Primitive yet lethal ones that the wronged son can use to hunt down the demons and take back the pieces of his body one by one before going on to confront his father. I liked the look of the art for this, judging by the poster, and it sounds like it's going to be intriguing. Also, you know, I have to shove a historical fantasy one in there somewhere, and this is it for the season. Gorens Notes. In a world created by beings known as storytellers, all inhabitants are bestowed a book of fate at birth. In the book of fate, their lives are written in advance. However, storytellers known as chaos tellers are writing bad events into people's books without them knowing. It's up to the holders of the blank books of fate to seek out the chaos tellers and put an end to it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like I'm gonna end up dropping this one pretty quickly, but the synopsis does sound really intriguing and it does sound a bit different, so I'm willing to give it a chance. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found a new anime to watch this season. And let me know down below which anime you're going to be watching for this season. I will link all of my social media down below so you can catch up with me on Twitter for more similar content. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next video.